Here, Kaigalichu matchup for our first one. We're 10 out of 10 keeping this hand. Has Zenthos Malice in the opener, which is one of the better cards against Kaigalichu. This card, for cost 2, and then you can pay 2 and 2 life to put 4 Spiderling eggs in our opponent's deck, or we can pay 2 and sacrifice the spider to gain 2 life and draw a card. And our champion here, Bloodfinner Zorath, creates a Dread Banner for 5 charges that summons a Dreadling every single turn. So once we get his banner going, along with this Malice, we'll get to gain 2 life and draw an extra card every turn. Samuel Jackson with the 14-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. That is a long time. Welcome back. They stole our Twitch, baby Raverette. That's so sad. So part of me wants to play this Malice out, but I think I'm actually just going to play the Vampire Prince here. I'm going to be really sad if this gets cheap-shotted, but this gives us a chance to draw a shard off of their deck next turn, because we really want to hit our 3rd resource in the 3rd turn. No cheap shot. That's good for us. No cheap shot is really, really good for us. Strangle, perhaps? Yeah, 10 out of 10 Strangle, right? That's a big giant brick. Scale of 1 to dead, I'm assuming this is fairly dead here. Rock cast, sure. Go ahead and put this Malice into play, I suppose. That might have been ambitious to hope that that was going to connect. Maybe I should just put this out so we could have started activating it. This gave us the highest percentage chance of hitting our 3rd resource on 3, which is important though. Hopefully we don't die from having stumbled here. We have a Crusader, sure. Good beats. Yeah, I guess I'm just passing here. Around 26 resources, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and put eggs into their deck in response to this, because this is gonna flip over 3 cards, so get a chance to get a spider here so we can sack it to draw a card. They're playing Freak of Nature and Might Singer in their deck. Okay, that's interesting. And if they hit their champ power here as well, they'll have another chance to hit eggs that we just put in. Sweet. We got a spider egg there. So sign me up. God, that's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna try and hit our blood shard here. Even a coin would do. Ding. Alright. Hopefully that's not too little too late. This is a pretty reasonable amount of pressure here. It's unfortunate we didn't draw the shard that turn so that way we could block with the spider and then sacrifice it, but I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to try and hit our resource drop there like we did. We need to try and catch back up here. We've missed twice now. I don't have anything going on. Shard. Seriously? Just like 2 eggs in our deck, and we, yeah. I guess I should do this now, because otherwise I have to discard, right? Sure. Alright, fine. Sometimes you get variance out of a game. Let's just calm down and grab our other cards here that we care about. Waltz the Dams, Gemborns. Let's cut. Death's Head Rider's pretty mediocre. Steel Intel is pretty decent. The extra Malice is probably fine. I probably just have too many cards on our board for this matchup, don't I? Got like 67 cards here I want to play. I think I'm actually going to cut my princes in this matchup, because I feel like they're just going to die a lot of the time. I don't have any other multiples I can trim. I can't cut any more Underworld troops, because then I can't work with the Underworld Crusader. just have too many cards on my board for this. For one waltz, maybe we don't want these Gravebane Vials. Let's give this a try. Deck's obviously not constructed terribly well right now. Well, he showed us Gargolith. That's probably reason to want. That's probably reason to want all the waltzes. Almost certainly have Rotten Rancors too. All right, well, you know, get that. The one Underworld Crusader that doesn't have speed in our opening hand. We'll likely go up on. We'll likely go up on Card Market tomorrow. I'll submit it to them shortly. Usually they publish the next day for me. Oh, my deck list got a little bit bigger there than we wanted it to be. Make sure we can see the life totals. Alright, Gemboard's not an awful pickup. I think we're gonna cycle this coin here. We hit 3 in 3 turns this game, which is really all we needed to do last game. Yeah, Marty, if you check the article previews on the subs Discord, I've got my piece mostly done. You can check it out. It's all about cards from the new set that I kind of like. I guess we'll just strangle this for now. I'll have to get that off the table. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this Bindrax Sorcerer out and start going to town with it. This has Diligence. Each opposing champion discards a card, so if we start attacking with that, we'll kind of grind some value out of them. Next turn we have Strangle and Gemborn Prowler to kind of clear the way for this to attack in. This blocks a Runeer with speed from attacking us this turn. Is this just dying to a Hero Fall here? Feels like this is probably just dying. Yep. Our champion do. Our champion for 5 charges creates a Dread Banner, which summons a Dreadling every single turn of the game. Play this Underworld Crusader out here. Strangle is gone. That is sad. This is an interesting card to bring in. I don't like boarding in discard spells in Blood Mirrors like this, but, you know, to each their own. Yep. So long, Underworld Crusader. Hopefully. Sure. That's a touch awkward. I guess we're just slamming in here. So we know they have a Hero Fall in hand. They're likely saving that for this Bride of the Damned. Basically losing this race here, which kind of sucks. Would love to draw like Shard into Malice. These Gemborn Prowlers keep. That's really unfortunate. It's the end of every turn. This gives one of my troops -1/-1. Play this out and hit this. I think I'm gonna leave this back to block so I can just like trade with this Freak of Nature basically. This will keep getting smaller, but that's fine. Ideally, we're going to wait to play this Bride out until we have a piece of removal to go with it. So we can play it and then kill their thing in response to them killing the Bride. It's the Bride of the Damned that they know about. Alright, let's draw a Grasp of Darkness here. Eager Lackey. Sure. Looking for like removal and malices at this point in our life. It's unfortunate that this has to attack. Oh right, we have a lackey. Sweet. Yeah, never mind. Let's not be dumb. They get a free block here, but then oh, they're just taking the damage. Sweet. Magic related question. Kiki Cord seems to receive some love. Are you going to do test? Are you going to test a few of the new cards? Yeah, I have an article going up tomorrow on Card Market talking about cards and the new set that I'm interested in trying out. Worth noting here that we can sack this Crusader to the Emperor's Lackey next turn, so we can just like guaranteed get to draw 2 cards from it, which sounds great. We know they have a Hero Fall in hand, so we're going to 14 from this attack, and then we're going to go to 12 from sacking the Crusader. Wait a turn here. This gets smaller every turn. I'm gonna go ahead and sack this Crusader and see what we draw here. Hero Fall sounds great. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Bride of the Damned out. We know they have a Hero Fall in their hand. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Blood Shard out. I'm gonna target one of their Vampire Princesses. And they go to Hero Fall that, and I'm gonna Hero Fall this in response. And they need a Strangler or a Rock Cast here for me to not get their Vampire Princess. So, their Vampire Princess comes back into play under my control because I have 5 Blood Thresholds. And then this Vampire Princess is still going to get smaller here for us, which is great. Attack with both of these. Looking to draw Zenthal's Malice at this point in the game. So that way we can start leveraging this Dread Banner. Sacked. Oh, jeez. Oh, I totally missed that, Kent. Yeah, I just haven't been playing with this card. Thank you. Definitely could have avoided that. Definitely could have avoided that. Thank you. So we could still have Brides in our deck if I wasn't an idiot. So I know we have 2 Gemborns in our hand, so the cards that they're holding at this point are probably like socketed cards. Also, that second Withering Gaze there was a good example of why I don't like Withering Gaze in these style of matchups, right? Like, damn it, he keeps hitting the Vampire Princess instead of hitting this. It's really unfortunate. Oh, that's pretty good. So we're gonna get to, I guess it's just like medium, right? Because like the Freak of Nature can get it. I was about to say I'm going to hold this for a Bride, but there's no Brides left in our deck because I'm an idiot. So, you know, just going to go ahead and play this out. And then we'll go ahead and play this with Double Scrounge. So this has on Deathcry, comes back to our hand. That being said, Freak of Nature can make this -1 toughness permanently, so that'll be a little bit awkward if that happens, but it's only a 1 in 3 chance of happening, and if it's doing that, it's not hitting my princess, which is nice. If we just like draw a Malice at any point here, the game basically ends. I didn't realize he had a Disciple of Yazukan in his script. It's kind of cute. Yeah, they should attack with that, right? Basically free. Ideally, we want this Freak of Nature to be hitting our Emperor's Lackey because we can revert that. Of course not. So we continue to flood and die here. Womp womp. And I can't even really play one of these out because they almost certainly have socketed cards in their hand, and I don't want them to be able to, like, Hero Fall 1. So, I guess we're going to have another Dread Banner here soon. 22 cards into our deck without a Malice. Or a Rotpaw Gang, right? Like, we've got 2 Rotpaws in our deck as well. Yeah, you enjoy that Withering Gaze. Good beats. It's too funny. Again, don't board these cards in. This is gonna come back now, right? It's already turned. There's 3 or more counters on it. Yeah. They know all 3 of the cards in my hand right now. They knew these 2 from a previous Withering Gaze, and this just came back to my hand from that, so... Kinda loose. I'm gonna chump with my Vampire Princess here, because there's no reason to risk it dying to this, because this I can just revert off of the Dread Banner. So might as well chump. Yeah, or don't. Here's the real question. Do I just sack this Crusader to, like, draw some cards here? I wonder if I should. Hopefully we're going to kill them before they get to the next champ power. Damage, yeah. They have a Waltz of the Damned here? This feels like a Waltz of the Damned, right? Oh, I forgot to sacrifice the Dreadling to this, but that's fine. If they have Waltz of the Damned, I just, Gargalith? Sure. That gives all of his things Spell Shield. Should I just sack this? I feel like I should just sack this. I also chump block with it, though. I'm just gonna sack this now. If we hit Malice, that would be good for us. Quality stuff. Just like 0 Malice, 0 Rotpaw, top 26 cards. What a tilt. Yeah, we definitely play the handout now, right? Like 10 out of 10. No reason not to. Make another Dread Banner here. I have 1 Waltz that I can take this off the table with, so... This is an 0-1. Yeah, from the Freak of Nature. So we made 1 mistake this game, and that was the turn that we let them Hero Fall the Bride. I should have sacked it to the Emperor's Lackey in response. There's the one of the socketed cards that we knew was in their hand. There's a second socketed card that was likely in their hand. God, what good just... What a tilt. Can we please draw Malice or Waltz the Damned? I should have boarded in the second Waltz, like, I messed up, right? Like... Definitely should have boarded in the second Waltz, then we'd have a chance to have, like, one of the 7 cards we care about in the top half of our deck. Yep. Yeah, we saw the Gargalith. These just, like, shouldn't attack here, right? Because next turn we can, yeah, she's only attacking with that is a good attack there, because next turn they can just, like, make infinite Dreadlings with their guy and make their idiots huge. Hey, look at that. Another card that doesn't matter. Oh, that's frustrating. So we made 1 little mistake that ultimately ended up not mattering, and then the bigger mistake that we made was not boarding in the second copy of Waltz when we knew they had at least one Gargalith in their deck. And, like, they just happened to have their Gargalith in their top whatever, so they activated 1 Cottontail Explorer this game, and then 2 Champion Powers. They flipped over 12 cards, so they've only seen, like, Right on time, Fitio. Exactly. So we're gonna hit this twice. We still have time to hit a waltz, right? Like. Hey, Tom. Holy crap. That's really good for us, right? So we can actually win this game now? Let's do that. It's like 10 out of 10. Yep. Deal. Why didn't this attack? Okay, chip in a chair. There's Rotpaw Gang. Okay, well, we're doing it, fam, I guess. Somehow, some way. I guess we're gonna get a third game. Oh, what a tilt. Just like should have hero fallen one of these, I guess. At least I can only hit that twice. I mean, like, do we care about them drawing another one of these? Right? Like, that's the question I guess I ask myself. We should just be dead. You're not wrong. So what are their attacks here? This probably can't attack. So we can hero fall one of these, chump the other. This can eat something, gain some life. Again, this seems good for us. We get to double here and then hero fall this. So we're going to gain 4 here. And then these will trade. And then next turn, we'll have 2 idiots to get this Rotpaw Gang back. And I can rock cast this nerd. Their Kaigu activation's never going to be useful again, which is nice. Crypt Curse Knight, sure, that doesn't do anything. Activate Rotpaw Gang. Sack this. Play Rotpaw Gang. Attack with this. I guess I'll play the Crypt Curse Knights out just as like an extra blocker. I'm not gonna rock cast this Runeir. I should probably rock cast the Runeir, right? Just like in the event there's a second Gargolith hiding in their deck. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this for good measure. I'm not gonna get destroyed by a second Gargolith here. Let's just avoid that. We hit a Malice at any point, the game is over. Am I just attacking with this? I feel like I am. Gain 6, might as well, right? This gives them the option to draw 2 cards with the Crusader if they want. I think that's fine. Hey, Tar. Yep, they're just jumping here and then eating these guys effectively. Make up to 16, pass the turn. Sure. Oh, this gives them a chance to do this, huh? Maybe it's a little too aggressive here. Are you using this as a gain for? I feel like we are. Because these are going to bring the Disciple of Yazukan back into play. Okay, that makes sense. So this was a bad attack. Oh, the Disciple doesn't come back for a turn. God bless America. Oh. I feel like I'm supposed to smash with this at least one more time here. And play out one of these shards in our hand. Let's like hit a Malice and bury him. The second Rot Paw and bury them. So they'll go to 3 from this attack. Am I dead on the crackback? I'm nowhere near dead, right? Like they can activate this 3 times or 4 times. Okay. Ooh, they're chumping there. That's good for us, I think. I think that's good for us. Seems reasonable for us. I mean, like, we 10 out of 10 should have lost this game. Ooh, they have a closed coffins. That's pretty good against us. I feel like we even should have died the turn after they attacked the Gargant. I don't know. Just not going to worry about it. We're just hopefully going to get a game 3. Yep. Oh, geez, I forgot about that. Huh. That's a 9/9. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we definitely should have been losing this game. We've drawn pretty poorly. Like we're through half our deck without a Malice or a. And I messed up boarding too, right? Like I have a second Waltz of the Damned in my board that should have come in 10 out of 10. Hey, look, that card we play 3 of. Alright, let's draw Waltz of the Damned off this draw. If we hit running pieces of spot removal... Actually, we just need 1 piece of spot removal, right, for this Crusader, because they're at 2. Because they brought this Freak of Nature back into play. Come on. God bless us, everyone. Okay, let's board in. Let's board in this other Waltz of the Damned. These Greatbane Vials are probably good enough. I don't know what I want to cut though. Like these Strangle's not good enough. A spot removal has to be good, right? I honestly don't know. Let's try this, I guess. Maybe I'll trim the third Bride against a Hero Fall deck. Let's do that. Yep, hand seems fine. He's got a Waltz of the Damned to the opener. Actually, in the opener's a little bit loose, right? Because like they have a whole bunch of Withering Touches in their deck. So like this is Withering Gaze. Just like this is gonna just like go into my opponent's deck now. Feels a little bit bad. Like Withering Gaze is good on exactly like the first 3 to 4 turns of the game. Malice on 2 is going to be big game. I'm going to lead on the coin now. That way we can hopefully get this into play. Kept that cleverly on top of our deck. Hopefully they don't have a second thing here. Gonna play this out ASAP here. Hopefully this interaction with our champion power, we're gonna get to 5-on-5 in a perfect world. And I get to run away with the game a little bit here. If they go to hit their champion power here, I think I'm just gonna egg them in response. Do I want to egg them in response, or do I want to hold up removal for a Runeer? I feel like I want to hold up removal for a Runeer. God bless America. It's fine. We've got 2 pieces of spot removal. Yep, go for it. And they're good when you play them all in the first, 5 to 6 turns of the game. The problem is a lot of these games, they go long. So, like, when the games go long, you need something to... grind through a little bit. No, I don't think so. That seems exceedingly loose. Put some eggs in their deck here. Alright, sweet. Well, we're gonna get to activate this on 5 and start drawing 2 cards a turn on 6, so sign me up. So probably hits. Sign me up for the Spiderling hit on the first draw. Get a little bit good RNGs coming our way. I believe. Don't do me wrong. Ooh, don't do me wrong. Ooh. Do. So this is going to chump the Crusader, and then we'll sack it to gain 2 life and draw a card. They hit exactly 3 troops in there for that to be able to kill my Malice. Well, we were excited. I think I'm just trading here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just trading here. I don't want to take that big of a life total hit. Next turn we can play Raker and God bless America. It's like immediately punished for every decision we make this game. It's like, yeah, stop it! Stop trying to make choices. Get down. Get down on the ground. Alright, so we get to take away the 2 cards they got from their Underworld Crusader at least, I guess. Maybe we'll be really lucky and there'll be a second Malice in our top 12 cards to make up for the fact that there wasn't one in the top 30 cards last game. Got a Runeer and a Shard. Casual draw 3s. Seems good. This deals with this at least. We're gonna trade this for the 4/3 here. Take 4. That's true. Good thing we mind-rotted them before they drew. Infinite resource. Yep, that's one. 10 out of 10 playing that, right? Just have however many rot paws we need on tap, basically, right? Just like Dread Banner brings them back every turn. Try and get in a free point here. If they go to trade, I'm going to sack it to the rot paw to give it life drain, but we'll try and get our 1 free point in before that happens. Trying to avoid Gargolith for a turn or 2 here. They have the Gargolith they can play at this turn. Rotpaw not quite as good as a Malice would be here. Oh, fuck. They drew my Waltz. I mean, I guess there were worse things that could have happened there, right? Like they don't have idiots to bring my Rotpaw back just yet. But seriously. What a beating. I'm holding this because we have, what's it called in our deck? Brides. I mean, rot paws are rare, right? You're just, like, not going to deal with that in limited most of the time. In constructed, you have Transmog, you have Decree, you have Waltz of the Damned. My opponent just took my rot paw and put it in their crypt. And they're going to get my rot paw back now and beat me to death with it. Oh. Or not. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and rotcast this so you can't sack it to the rot paw gang, because that's basic. If there's a Gargolith in your hand, you should have played the Gargolith out. So something that's important to note here is that when you play your troop out like that, you get priority back immediately. So if my opponent would just like immediately trigger the rot paw, I'd never have a chance to get it back into play. Or never have a chance to kill their thing before they get the rot paw back. Yep. Right, Bob? Right. There's an argument for having played one of these out last turn, and now we're getting kind of punished for it. We're dead to double removal here, but probably did double removal at any point anyways. Yep. Dead to another removal spell here. And this game's a great example of why decks like what I'm playing are like really bad choices for laddering. Like we're what 40 minutes into this game and we're gonna end up losing it. So like we spent 40 minutes to move down ranks on the ladder. Just like feels super miserable. Whereas like you can play a deck like you know, Bombus or like an Ardent aggressive deck or something like that and get in a lot of matches in a much smaller amount of time. Or like, you know, we probably get in 2 to 3 matches with a Ruby based Lasgar's deck in the 40 minutes it took us to play that match. Another blood mare here. Sand seems fine. Reasonably aggressive curve, right? Just like 1 into 2. It's only one drop in the deck to help enable Underworld Crusader. Attack with this first before playing out Prince. They'll cheap shot this if they have it. 2 matches of no mono Sapphire. You're not wrong. What cheap shots you've taken, opponent? What cheap shots? Yeah, you're not wrong, Greg. Attack with this. Hey, Bloodstone. Hit this. Hit this. Pass the turn. Blood's favor, yep. Assuming they're drawing some cards here. Play that out here so that way they go to chump with their naive lackey. Actually, I don't want to block with either of their guys, right? Is that a bug? The vampire wasn't cheap shotted? Yeah, right? I feel like my opponent should file for compensation. Definitely clear bug. Main deck Gemborn Prowler. They must be a Crusader deck as well. So I've got all these awkward troops and stuff like that. I'm gonna hold this Blood Shard for now, just in case we rip another bride. Speaking of brides. That's, yep. I might sack my Crusader to my Lackey next turn to draw some cards to try and kill this. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a thing that happens here. I'm gonna hit them first. I'll sack this, because if they like have a Blood Shard and then kill this and get it back, I really don't want to deal with that. That's really unfortunate. Oh, this was loose. I should have... I'm just gonna sack this now so they can't, Oh, and God, why is my sequencing so terrible? Just like in a giant dumpster fire. Just a sequencing is just like a giant cluster dumpster of sequencing mistakes. Just like, it's a really strange correlation between up and losing matches because of it. It's so weird. Yep. I'm so off playing. I can't I can't believe people play these blood decks on the ladder. Just like, this is so... Like, why do I want to grind when I can just, like, kill people? These are not... This is, like, all I used to do, right? Like, all I did was, like, try and grind nerds out, and then... Like, this is miserable. Why would I want to do this? Can't board that out. Got it? Probably want to board out the Vampire Princes against the Cheap Shot Strangle deck. Steel Intel seems fine. Walt seems fine. This game's great. You're not wrong. I just like... God, these decks, like... I am just gonna... This is the last match with this deck, regardless of if we manage to win or lose. We are just gonna slaughter kids. That's the plan, is just slaughter them. I've got a Tri-Shard Ardent deck that's kind of sweet that I want to play after this. We popularized the Mono Sapphire Dreadlings deck. You heard it here first. Didn't build it, but we definitely popularized it. Oh, look, another one with speed. That's the sweet part of being mono blood with this card, is you're a coin flip to get another one with speed. Play this, rock cast this. Deck for 2. Another blood opponent that left Withering Gaze in the mirror. Hopefully they also get punished going into the mid to the late game with it. This was the risk to, like, not playing the Malice this turn and getting our 2 points of damage in. It was like, that could happen. If we don't get cheap shotted here, we get another one of these idiots, which would be nice. They have the cheap shot. They just let us trigger assault. Good beats. Good beats. I appreciate the assault trigger, opponent. Remember, folks, if you're going to kill your opponent's stuff, kill it before they declare them as attackers. It's very important. Small things that'll give up percentage plays over the course of just develop good habits. Develop good habits. They know I have a bride in my hand, right? They know I have a bride in my hand? I feel like they saw this bride in my hand. Am I incorrect? Did I just draw that? Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm misremembering. I feel like they saw this. I will take the Vampire Prince, though. Thank you, opponent. Who needs habits when you have RNG? Truth. Oh, geez, are they gonna kill my bride? Oh, this baited me into doing this so they could do this and then kill my bride and get my bride? Alright, that's fine. I don't want to play this game for another 20 minutes.